You're also very good. See, your memory come back.
Not all.
She's too modest. Hare
speak already here or
They're coming.
they're coming?
But yes.
Excellent. Someone else wants to sing? Or
I guess.
you want to sing?
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Lal ki jai. First request is that you all should please come ahead. We are expecting a lot more guests today. It's a nice sunny day in Amsterdam. So hope that many devotees will come. Also have our fortune today to have His Grace Gaura Hari Prabhu with us. Please come Prabhu. Let's welcome Gaura Hari Prabhu very loudly, very enthusiastically with Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Not loud. Let's do it real loud. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. With Gaura Prabhu is from Golokadham, in Germany. He has served in Golokadham as the temple president for many years. And recently he has moved out of the administration service and is focusing more on outreach and community building. He is a disciple of His Holiness Sachinandana Swami Maharaj. He is our Siksha Guru here. And he has come to our Kirtan Mela. We hope that he will come again also. Prabhuji is very kind to accept our invitation. It was last minute we reached out to him, but he is very kind. He is very sweet devotee. You will hear from him today, Srimad Bhagavatam. And extremely grateful that you have taken out this considered our request in a short period, Prabhuji, and here to help us all to improve our Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much. Please come again to our temple. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
I'm very happy to be here, but most of
water, I'll bring.
I think I left it there.
Yeah,
just
I'll
a
bring.
minute. What I'm most happy of is to have the association of Bakom. This is like the highlight of me coming here. Just this for you. Yeah, so it's everywhere. Should I bring something?
No, it's up to you. Yeah, you can just put it on the screen if you want to.
I will speak on Bhagavatam, but I just take the Bhagavad Gita as an entry point.
Sure.
Can you tell me which number is, the Chatushloki?
10.8.
Yes, okay.
No, you can go till 5:15. Yeah. We're starting late, so.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So because you are coming close to Janmashtami festival, Ninamba Prabhu told me it's very nice to speak about Srimad Bhagavatam and Lord Krishna, who is soon to be appearing. So we will do so, but we will take one verse of Bhagavad Gita as an entry point. And this is verse chapter 10, and this is the verse 9, I guess, yeah. Machita Margata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantam Cha Mamnityam Dusyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So you can imagine Lord Krishna speaking to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The thought of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and I derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Report. Pure devotees whose characteristics are mentioned here engage themselves fully in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Their mind cannot be diverted from the lotus feet of Krishna. That's a pure devotee. Their mind cannot be diverted anywhere else than at the lotus feet of the Lord. Their talks are solely on the transcendental subjects. The symptoms of the pure devotees are described in this verse especially. Devotees of the Supreme Lord are 24 hours daily engaged in glorifying the qualities and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Okay, so 24 hours a day, the devotees are just happily engaged in glorifying the Supreme Lord. Their hearts and soul are constantly submerged in Krishna, and they take pleasure in discussing Him, Lord Krishna, with other devotees. So I thought this is what we want to do today. Today we will apply this principle that because we are all devotees of the Lord to some extent, some a little more, some a little less, but we will try today to discuss together about the sweet qualities and pastimes of the Lord. Are you ready? Is that a good plan? Yes?
Definitely.
Okay. Good. Because in Krishna consciousness, the process is actually quite simple. You don't need like big austerities, you don't need to stand on a leg or on the head for a long time, or eat very less, or do big tapasya. No, what we do, we just hear. We hear about the Lord, either like we were hearing it now, the Maha Mantra. So this is also the Lord coming through the oral reception, and now we will hear about His qualities and His pastimes. And that's actually the main work that we have to do. And when we do that, the Lord is actually entering into our heart and is actually purifying. It's actually removing all inauspicious that is in our heart. It's just getting destroyed by the presence of the Lord. So sometimes when we hear about the pastimes of the Lord, we might feel a little uncomfortable because we speak directly about God and His activities, and it's very personal relationship with the Lord. And sometimes we are a little afraid of personal relationship. Sometimes we got hurt in personal relationship, and we are sometimes like keeping our distance. We don't want to become too personal with people because maybe we get hurt out of it. But in the relationship with Krishna, there is actually no risk because His kindness is unlimited. His generosity, His mercifulness is just like no bound. He's the only person who will not pass any judgment on us. He's the person who really loves us fully. So there, no worry. We can actually go into a relationship. And when we enter in a relationship with Krishna, then actually we can experience the greatest sweetness, what we call the ananda, the greatest pleasure of life, because it connects again ourself as soul to our source or to our eternal partner who will be a little bit over the person with whom we have actually our eternal relationship with. There is one devotee, her name was Rukmini, and she was a princess, and she never saw Krishna before. She was living in the time of Lord Krishna was on this earth. And Narada Muni, a great saint, would come every day in the courtyard of the kingdom, and he would just glorify the Lord and speak about the Lord. And when Rukmini was hearing that, she felt, no one else. No one else will I accept as my husband. I want this Krishna. This Krishna should be the only one becoming my husband. And that was just by hearing. Just by hearing about Krishna, she developed this attraction. So also for the same for us, when we hear about the pastimes of the Lord, we will feel some pulling. We feel actually this person is just so nice. I would like to have my relationship with him. So today we will hear about pastime I'm sure many of you have heard already. It's very beautiful and very sweet. And this is a pastime that is connected to two personalities. And those personalities were called Nala Kuvera and Manigriva. They were actually sons of Kuvera, which is like the demigod, the treasurer of the demigods. And because they had a lot of wealth and a lot of power, because they were sons of big people, they had aristocratic birth. So they were actually very much in the enjoying mood. Maybe we might also, I don't know, might sometimes see such a type. No, we'll not see. I mean, here in Amsterdam, there is also a lot of opportunity for sense enjoyment, and I guess there are also some crazy things happening in the town. But anyway, those two boys, they were taking bath with women, and they were actually drunk, and they were not dressed at the same time. I thought maybe that can happen here, but maybe not. Anyway, that's another story. And then Narada Muni came, a great saint, and when they saw the saint coming, the ladies, they felt very, very shy and they covered themselves. But the boys, they were just too intoxicated, so they were just laughing at Narada Muni and they were misbehaving. So Narada Muni said, okay, you are naked like a tree and you do not know how to behave, then I give you the curse that you will become trees. So those two personalities became trees. They had to leave the body they had, and they had to take body into three forms. But when they understood, when they got the curse, they understood. Okay, yeah, it's not so good. So they asked the saint, please, we ask forgiveness. We did wrong things, and please help us still. So the curse could not be removed, but Narada Muni said, okay, don't worry. When you will be liberated from your tree body, you will be in the courtyard of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you will see Him personally. So this pastime we will hear today is actually helping to remove an anatta that we have in our heart, which is anatta to become proud because of aristocratic birth. I don't know if any one of you was born in an aristocratic family, but one can actually develop pride out of that, or also pride of being rich. And that doesn't mean only being rich with money, but we all might have some type of riches, some type of power, some type of maybe of intelligence on how to do some things. So this is actually the pride that might result from these riches. So the pastime start like this. It was when Krishna was still quite young. I'm not 100% sure of the time, but maybe between 5, 6 years old, or even lower, 3, 4. Krishna had a habit of stealing milk products. I think you might have heard about that. Even though he was God and everything belongs to him, he cannot be accused to be a thief because everything comes from him and everything belongs to him. He would actually go to the house of the neighbor and he will steal their milk products. And the neighbor, they will go and complain to the mother of Krishna. Say, you Krishna, he came again and steal the butter. And Mother Yasoda will say, okay, so I will chastise Krishna. So she will call Krishna here and she says, Krishna, it's not good to steal the milk products. And then the older gopi who was there, she was saying, why you chastise him? He's just a good boy. He's just such a good boy. And Mother Yashoda said, you told me I should chastise him. No, he's a good boy. Let him go. So just so much sweetness in Krishna and so much love that sometimes they would get a little bit bewildered. But Mother Yashoda was concerned. Krishna is just stealing so often. If now he's stealing milk product, what will happen when he's bigger? He might steal other things or he might develop bad habits. So she thought maybe Krishna is stealing butter because maybe my milk products are not good enough. That's why he is going to other house. So she found the best cows. she gave those cows the best grass, and she thought, I will milk those cows myself. So then I'm sure this is really the best milk product. So she tried like this. She tried like this. So one morning, and this is, the scriptures explain that this pastime happened on a particular day, that is actually Diwali day that comes during the month of Kartik. So the day after was actually the day of Govardhan Puja, another very important pastime. So on Diwali, Mother Yasoda was preparing milk products, and she was churning the milk products. It was very early in the morning, and when she will churn the milk products, she will just all the time think of Krishna. She will always remember how he is beautiful, and she will even remember when she will catch him stealing butter, and Krishna will look at her with still a little bit yogurt or butter around his mouth, because Krishna is very blackish, so you can imagine with some white substance around his mouth. It looks actually very beautiful. So Mother Yashoda will turn and she will just remember Krishna's face with the yogurt, and Krishna saying, I did not steal butter, Mama, I did not steal butter. By the way, as we go through those descriptions, I would like to ask you to take some pictures, some inner pictures. There are some descriptions of how things are, and please take some inner pictures, and at the end we will have a little review on those pictures that you might have been able to keep. So Mother Yasoda was there, was churning the butter, she was remembering her son, but she was feeling separation from him. He was in the other room, was not so far, but she was feeling separation. And do you know what she did because of the separation from him? She sang his name. Because Krishna was doing so beautiful activities. Some poets, they will make songs out of those activities, and Mother Yasoda was singing those activities, and she was remembering Lord Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada, and this place on Srimad Bhagavatam, he gave a very nice comment. He said, this should be the practice of a person eager to remain Krishna conscious 24 hours a day. This incident shows how Krishna conscious Mother Yashoda was. To stay in Krishna consciousness, we should follow such a person. So I guess here we have also quite of a mixed audience. Welcome. Please come. There is actually plenty of space here in front. Or maybe we can ask even you also to come a little bit more in front. Yeah, great. So I guess in the audience today we have, it's a little mix. Most probably we have some devotees who are already practicing spiritual life since many years, and I guess we have also some persons who are new. Is anyone the first time here in the temple? Yeah? Wow, so many. Okay. Anyone of you never heard about Krishna and don't understand what I'm talking about? No? Everyone can follow? Okay, great. Great. So here in this purport, Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, is giving an example. Is giving an example for those of us who would like to be Krishna conscious. To be Krishna conscious means to remember the Lord all the time. To remember that He's the source of everything. To remember that He's our dear friend. To remember that all what we have, all the qualities that we have are actually coming from Him. And mainly to remember that our goal as a soul is to give Him pleasure. We feel grateful for all what He gave us, and we want to give Him pleasure back. And that's what it means to remember the Lord 24 hours a day. So Prabhupada said, for those of us who would like to remember the Lord 24 hours a day, the key is here. We should chant His name. chant his name. As soon as we chant his names, he will be present in our heart. Now, because Mother Yashoda was churning the milk products, was chanting the names of Krishna, and was so much in love for her boy, Krishna felt attracted. And that's one of the beauty in Bhakti Yoga process, is when we develop some loving feelings toward the Lord, it has two ways. It has a magnetic force that the Lord also become attracted to his devotees. So Mother Yashoda was there churning the yogurt and feeling so much love for Krishna. So Krishna felt attracted by the love of Mother Yashoda. He was sleeping in the next room. So he woke up and he made some sound. He called for Yashoda. And Yashoda said, I'm here, I'm churning the butter, please come, please come. Suddenly, the one who churns the heart of everyone in the creation came there and forcefully took the churning rod of Mother Yashoda and blocked it. Mother Yashoda was churning, so he came and he blocked. He is the one who's churning the heart of everyone in the creation, and now he's stopping the churning rod of Mother Yashoda. And the point was, please give me your milk. I'm small enough. I want to drink your breast milk. Please give me your milk. So Mother Yashoda said, I'm churning now. Still, I thought, okay. She left the milk product aside. She took Krishna on her lap and she gave her own milk. And when she looked at Krishna, he was drinking so much. And so much love was there that the milk from her breast was flowing like the monsoon. And Krishna was drinking like the chakora bird. So much love was there. It was really, really powerful. But then what happened next is that in the kitchen there were some other pots, and there was one pot of milk that was on the fire. And in the spiritual dimension, everything is conscious. Here in the material world, we will say, okay, human beings, animals, living entities are conscious. This is not conscious, this is not conscious, just living people. But in the spiritual dimension, everything is actually conscious. So what happened is that the milk that was on the pot, he was conscious and he felt, oh, Krishna is just drinking the milk of his mother. What is the use of my life? He will not drink me. He has so much with his mother. So I have no reason to live. So the milk thought, it's too bad. Let me commit suicide. And he started to grow and grow and grow and fall on the fire because he was boiling over the fire. So when Mother Yashoda saw that, she felt, the milk is boiling. Krishna, please forgive me. She put Krishna on the floor and she went to take care of the milk. Now Krishna did not like this at all. How my mother dared to let me down just for some milk on the stove? She let me like this. So Krishna felt actually very unhappy. His face became red and he started to bite his lips. Now we could ask a question, because Mother Yashoda had so much love. How could she do something that would not please Krishna? The question could be, was Mother Yashoda an illusion? Actually not. She was not. Because remember, the milk that was boiling was the milk from the best of cows, with the best of grass, that was made especially to please Krishna. So her putting Krishna on the ground was actually fully to give pleasure to Krishna. So Krishna thought, okay, that was not nice what Mother Yashoda did. I will make some mischiefs. So he went to the back room where there were all the milk products. He took the stone, and with the stone he broke some pots that were full of yogurt, and the yogurt started to flow everywhere. He did not break them like this, it would have make too much noise. He took a stone and just break them. And so when Mother Yashoda came back, she saw that there was actually yogurt all over the floor, and she put her index finger on her nose and she looked at the sky and she said, how is my son daring to do such a thing? It's really not fair. So then she ran after Krishna and she followed the footprints, and then she saw Krishna was outside of the house. He was sitting on a pillar, on a wooden pillar, and he was distributing milk products to the monkeys. He was, and he knew that Mother Yashoda was not sure if her milk products were good enough or not. He knew that she had this thing. So when Mother Yashoda came and she looked and she saw Krishna is feeding the monkeys with the milk products, and Krishna looked at her and said, look, I gave milk products to those monkeys, they don't want anymore. Your milk products are not good enough. So he teased her, but then he saw she's angry and she's coming right toward me. So Krishna started to walk in all directions. And Mother Yasoda took a stick and she was running after Krishna with the stick. And Krishna was small, so he was running very fast and he was running in zigzag. And Mother Yasoda, she was a little and so she had really difficulty to follow up on Krishna, and sometimes Krishna will look back on his shoulder to see where is Mother Yasoda, and then he will slow down, so she will come much faster, and then he will look straight again and so it was for a long time they were running. Mother Yasoda was running after Krishna. She was screaming, "Stop, you thief and liar! How can you carry on like this? Where are you going? Just stop running and stand where you are." Krishna stopped at some distance and said, "Please give up your stick." Krishna, he is God, so even fear personified is afraid of Krishna. But now Krishna was afraid of Mother Yasoda. So he said, "Please give up your stick." And Yasoda understood, okay, now it gets maybe a little bit too intense. So she dropped the stick and she came closer to Krishna and she took Krishna. And it's there also, there is a very deep explanation, because Prabhupada explained in the purport that there are yogis or people who meditate and they try to capture God into their own consciousness and to capture God in their own heart. But Prabhupada said this is actually very difficult to capture God in that way. But Mother Yasoda, she actually could capture Krishna because of her love. And here there is a very, very deep point that the acharyas or the great saints are giving commentary on that, because they say Mother Yashoda was making a lot of effort to capture Krishna, and Krishna actually allowed himself to be captured by Mother Yasoda. So there is two. One is the own effort of the living entity, and the other one is actually that the Lord is giving His mercy, His grace. And this is something that every one of us who has, I guess because you are all here in the Krishna temple, you all have to some extent a desire to connect with the Lord or to know Him a little bit more. So that's the important things you need to know. There need to be some effort done from your side, some types of sincerity and effort to move in that direction, but you also need to know that there is the need of receiving the blessings and the mercy of the Lord or His devotees. And those two tracks are going parallel. And if those two are nicely balanced, then it goes very good. But if they are not very balanced, if you are only in one or only in the other, then spiritual life, our spiritual awakening, our spiritual development will be actually much, much slower. So Mother Yasoda said, "You are so restless. You are like a monkey." And Krishna said, "Oh, if I am like a monkey, then I will go deep into the forest and I will stay in the forest with the monkeys." Mother Yashoda, oh, no, it's not a good idea. We should not do that. So she thought, okay, let me tie him. Anyway, she wanted to give him a chastisement. He had not acted properly. So she said, okay, let me tie him around the mortar with a rope. So she took one rope, and then she tried to tie Krishna with this rope, but it was not long enough. It was 2 fingers too short. So she took another rope and tied with the first rope and tried again to tie him, but again 2 fingers too short. And she got more rope, and everyone was watching. The whole village was there, and Mother Yasoda was always saying, no, my son is a good boy, he's not stealing, he's not a liar. And now all the elderly gopis, they were there, and they would say, they were laughing, they were saying, you say that your boy is never stealing, but now you are trying to tie him. Anyway, it was very funny because they were trying to get all the ropes of the village, and all the time there was 2 fingers too short to tie Krishna on the mortar. And then finally Krishna decided, okay, I will allow myself to be captured, and he allowed her finally to how you say, to make the knot with the last rope, last junction worked out. And then Krishna started to cry. And the friends of Krishna came and they cried with him as a sign of empathy. We are with you, my dear Krishna. And everyone was crying. And then Mother Yasoda said, okay, now it's good. You need to get your lesson. And she went to cook for the breakfast. It was actually in the morning. And then when Mother Yasoda was gone, Krishna was not crying anymore. He was speaking with his friend. Anyway, the story goes like this, that the friend tried to untie Krishna, but they could not. The rope was too strong. And now here also it's a beautiful point, because Krishna is the person who gives liberation to all living entities. But now the person who is giving liberation to all living entities is just tied by his mother, and he is actually bound. But bound by what? By love. Bound. It was not the rope was not so difficult to untie, but because so much love was there inside that it was actually not able to be untied. So Krishna was there. He had this mortar stuck with him, and he went to the courtyard. He was crawling in the courtyard with the mortar behind, and he saw those 2 trees, Nalakubera and Manigriva, those 2 guys who had made an offense to Narada Muni. They were there into this garden. There was a little wind, and the leaves of the tree were moving. So Krishna thought, actually, I have nothing to do with those 2, Manigriva and Nalakubera. I had not much to do with them. But because my devotee Narada gave this boon that I will free them, okay, then I will go. So he went between the 2 trees. By the way, those trees, they are called Arjuna trees. They are like super powerful, extremely big, extremely like robust type of trees. This said, usually when there are storm or like this and tree fall down, the Arjuna trees are the ones that do not fall. They are like very, very strong. So Krishna went in between the 2 Arjuna trees, and the mortar got stuck in between, and Krishna just gave a little jerk. Remember, he was 3-4 years old, and the 2 trees, bang, fell flat on the ground. It made a huge noise, and all the inhabitants of Vrindavan came to check what had happened, and they were just amazed. There was the small boy Krishna there, and the 2 big trees had fallen down. They went to check at the root. They thought maybe the roots were rotten, therefore the tree fell. But no, the roots were gone, were good. So they asked, there were some other boys there, what happened? Oh, Krishna, he went through the tree and made them fall. And they said, no, that cannot be. But what happened before everyone came? Manigriva and Nalakubera, they came out of their form of trees. And they actually offered beautiful prayers to Krishna. And I think because those prayers are very beautiful, we should hear a little bit of. Okay. So here the demigods speaks to Krishna. O friend of the distressed, we have no desire other than the desire to touch the pollen dust of your lotus feet. Narada's curse turned into a great boon. Association with sadhus who intensely yearn for your service, therefore, always give good result. May our words perpetually glorify you. May our minds be forever fixed on your lotus feet. May our ears be constantly absorbed in hearing your teaching. So now they feel so happy. They have the chance to see Krishna face to face. They are so grateful to Narada, and they say association with this type of devotees can just we are transformed. We were drunker, we were doing so many bad things, but just because we saw Narada and Narada gave us this curse, now we have the greatest boon. Now we can actually meet with the Lord face to face. So when everyone came, they were wondering what happened. The boy said, "Oh, Krishna did it." And they said, "Oh, that cannot be." And then the boy said, "Yes, yes." And two beautiful beings came out of the tree and offered prayer to Krishna. And then the parents said, "Okay, that's enough. That's for sure not." Okay, so that was a little bit the pastime I thought to share with you today. I thought because Krishna is soon to appear for Janastami, it's in 2 weeks and a half, 3 weeks. That will be a great festival where really that's a festival to celebrate. That's for many of us, we see Lord Krishna as a very, very dear person in our life, and that's his birthday. So when we have good friends who have birthday, or parents or persons who are dear to us, we really like to give enjoyment to that person who has the birthday. So this is a beautiful opportunity that we can prepare ourselves. We can actually, when Krishna came on this earth planet, he really wanted to give us something. He came for us, actually. And also he wanted to show who is he and what is his nature. He has a very playful nature, very compassionate nature, and his only hobby, God's hobby, is to exchange love with his devotees. And who are these devotees? Actually, every one of us, every living entities are devotees. Some have forgotten it and are a little bit away from him, but we all have this opportunity or this chance actually to reunite with the Lord in service, to be actually engaging ourselves in serving him. So he came here for us. He came in this planet Earth for those who are rotting in this material world. Rotting, huh? What means rotting? When something is stagnant and in a place humid, and most of us, we are like this. We are moving into the samsara, into birth, life, birth, death, the cycle of reincarnation. For so long, we are in this material world, experiencing happiness and distress. So this is like not such a good situation. So the Lord come and say, "Oh, here I am. Here I am. You can develop a relationship of love with me. You can actually go beyond those dualities of this world and be actually true happy. You can truly become happy beyond the dualities of this world." And that's actually what Bhagavad Gita is. Did you know that Bhagavad Gita is a love letter? It's a love letter from Krishna to all living entities. And in these love letters, Krishna said, "I'm here. We can have a relationship together, you and me. We can have, it can work. Why don't we try? Here, just read this, just follow this. You will be so happy. Your life will change." This is actually the reason why Krishna comes in this world. And in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, I come here to maintain religion and to destroy all the negative tendency of this world. And he's showing us there is actually something beyond. All the religions will tell you there is something beyond. They will speak of nirvana, they will speak of paradise, they will speak of... everyone is agreeing that there is something beyond this world, that this world is not actually the place where we are meant to stay too long. In the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks of Purushottam Yoga, and he explained this material world is like a reflection of the spiritual world. And he gave the example of a banyan tree that has a reflection into the water. But if you see a tree in the water and you want to pick up the fruits of the tree that are in the water, you don't get anything. There is no substance, there is just water. So in the same way, in the spiritual world, in this world, is a world of reflection, where actually there is no real substance. Not real substance. Things are just appearing and disappearing. I was reading recently a verse from the 11th canto that said that the Lord is in the heart of all living entities as Paramatma, and is totally self-satisfied and beyond all dualities in the heart of the living entity. But the living entity have embraced his mind, which is a mirror reflecting the material world. I found it very, very deep. Our mind is just so much absorbed into all what is happening around us, all what is happening around us, happening in us, and things like this. We are just so much involved, but this is actually a reflection, and we embrace it. We are really with it. Therefore, to hear about the pastimes of Krishna, or to hear about Krishna consciousness, is just so important, because it brings a total different type of energy into our consciousness than the one we are actually accustomed to being all the time. And this is actually the spiritual journey. We make a switch of priorities in life. We do not put so much importance anymore into all the temporary things that are coming in our life, but we go to the essence. And you know, for this Manigriva and Nalakubera, they were very proud because of their aristocratic birth, because of their wealth that they had. And one solution that is given for that problem, because we might all have some type of problem like this, like sometimes we have the story of one monk who is distributing books in the street, and then suddenly someone gave him €50 donation. And he takes the €50 donation. Wow, wonderful. What could I do with those 50? Maybe now I can make a little break, and maybe immediately when money comes, you can actually get into illusion. It has actually a very powerful effect. There are some saints who never touch money, just to make sure that by touching money they will not get bewildered by illusion. In Krishna consciousness we are good because Prabhupada really taught us the art of utilizing everything in Krishna's service, but it has this potency of bewildering quite easily. So the solution that is given to that is something that Prabhupada was often mentioning, of simple living and high thinking. To actually have a simple life and think deeply about what is actually the meaning of life, what is the essence of life. And this is actually the love for Krishna. This is the essence of everything. It's actually our devotion. I read recently another quote that is beautiful, that said that our consciousness can be transported beyond the modes of material nature, beyond the duality, when we remember two things. Who of you would like to be with your consciousness beyond the dualities of this world? Please raise your hand. Okay. I think minority we are. Maybe I should speak more about the important. Anyway, it's for those of you who might not know, when one can be out of the dualities, that means a stage of freedom. means stage of complete freedom and complete happiness. So the quote was saying, to get to this level, you have to remember two things. One is that you are an eternal servant of God. And the second one is you should remember that your only possession is devotional service to the Lord. This is actually the only things of value that you have, is that you have the ability to serve the Lord. That's, I don't know what you think of it, but I felt it's actually very beautiful and very deep. And this is what Krishna teaches us in this pastime, that actually it's all about love, and he's ready to be captured by the love of his devotee. And he is ready to give himself for the love of his devotee. And simple living, high thinking means that we go to the essence of life. We let go of all the complexities of this world who are giving us some pleasure, but so many struggle at the same time. But go to the essence of who actually we are, and where is the access? Where is the exit door of this world of duality that brings us actually to this transcendental consciousness? And this is the wish of all spiritual people, that they come to this level of exiting the world of duality and coming back to this original loving exchange with the Supreme Lord through service. Often we speak about love here, love there, but love is expressed through service. So I hope it was okay. You could understand something, you could take some of the point out of that. Krishna is going to come. He came already, but he's going to appear very soon. And his reason to come here, to appear here, he wants us to give us a chance. He wants us to take this chance actually to reunite with him and to learn to know him. He's such a wonderful person. I mean, I have just such small understanding of who he is, but just really a small bit you can understand is already so much bigger than anything else in this world. Good, so I think we will stop here, but I would be happy if you have some questions or some comments or some, that you have a little churning on what you have heard so far. Okay, yes?
This is a simple question. How to calm the mind down? How to calm ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
The mind is always running.
Mm-hmm.
As you go deeper into your area of work, and it becomes more running into, it runs more towards those things. How to keep ourselves calm?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it just chanting, or is it more than that?
It is more than that. It is more than that, because for you to chant nicely, you need a mind that is also a little bit down. When your mind is, it will be very difficult to chant. So to have a peaceful mind, I mean, for sure, spiritual practice will help, but it's not the only things. You need spiritual practice, that's one thing, the chanting especially, or reading of the scriptures, but you need practice, you need lifestyle, and you need character. Development of your character. Yeah. So those things need to be worked on simultaneously. If you are totally unbalanced in your life, we had a seminar with Omila Mataji in our temple last week, and she was explaining about finding our dharma, finding what is the occupation I'm supposed to do in this world. And she was explaining, when you find where you belong on the material level, where you find what you are supposed to do in this world, even just materially, your mind will be more peaceful, and you will be much more detached from what you are doing. But when you are not in the right place, then the mind will be your enemy, because all what you do, you are not well situated. So just that is actually already a thing that, for example, if you go early to bed and wake up early in the morning and do your spiritual practice, that makes such a difference, impact on the mind. So then you can have a mind much more peaceful, and then you can do your chanting actually in a very powerful way, because the mind can be actually connected to that. So you need to be situated properly into your life. But if you don't read enough in the scriptures, then you just kept all the time captured into the matrix of this material world, and you just take everything so important that you are all the time agitated. But when you read from the scriptures, you learn to see from a different perspective. Like I think even I'm not sure if we have here. There is Gandhi was giving a commentary on the Bhagavad, not commentary, how you say, message about the Bhagavad Gita. How we call that? Well, a few sentences about what he thinks about Bhagavad Gita, and he said even in the midst of amazing calamities, I'm taking the Bhagavad Gita and just reading few of the verses, I start to laugh. And I start to understand how insignificant this world is. So if we read sufficient in the scripture and we really imbibe what we read, it's not like empty reading, then it actually gives you so much peace, so much peace. And then you combine that with the chanting, which is like the perfect mixture, because it gives you the proper direction. And then with the proper direction you chant. Wow, it purifies you. And then when you read, oh, so much more. And then you chant so much more better. So often we chanting is good. The chanting is the basic, but the reading of the scriptures is also very, very important. Yeah. That will make you so much calmer, especially if you do it on a regular basis. If you do it every day, Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam should be done every day. And then you discuss that with other devotees. Wow, then it brings out so much taste. Because as we become, that's in the beginning stage, we have to struggle to keep ourselves peaceful. But then as we develop more and we purify more, then there is taste coming. And when spiritual taste is there, you just feel drawn to the Lord. You don't need to make much effort. It's just like part of yourself. It's just natural. And when you are Krishna conscious, or when you think of Krishna, and you know He's the one who controls everything, you know it's anyway to Him to decide if things will work or not, and like this, then you can be peaceful. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives this peace formula. He says, if you remember that everything comes from me, if you remember everything is meant for my pleasure, and you know that I'm the friend, that He is the friend, that Krishna is your friend, if you know those three things, you can be fully peaceful. Because why we are not peaceful? Because we try to control the things, and we want the things for ourselves. We are egoistic beings. So therefore we are never peaceful, because we always try more and it never works. But when you understand that everything is for the pleasure of the Lord, that everything belongs to Him anyway, so I just use that for His pleasure, and He's my friend. You are beyond, you are peaceful, you are really peaceful. But it's a journey, it's not something we do from one day to another. Thank you.
What is a friend?
A friend is a person, according to modern science, a friend is a person with whom you at least spend 1 hour of quality time per week.
But you do that with your work colleagues also sometimes, but they're not necessarily your friend. If we dive deeper into it, what are the qualities of a friend?
Friend is a person with whom you can be who you are. That's a person that you don't need to play a role or to be. And there, in the previous definition, a person where you spend at least 1 hour quality time a week, that means not superficial of how are you, what was there, oh, I went to the cinema. It's a time of sharing our feelings, opening ourselves and being able actually to trust the other person. That's a relationship of friendship, and that can happen also with God. It's more difficult than with a normal friend. It's like this when we start to develop our relationship with the Lord. He's giving us some signs in our life, and when those signs are received and we can see them, then we want to connect more with that person, and then more signs come, and then a relationship which is based on a very deep type of emotion, because it's not with a person you see directly. It's like very mystical type of feeling. So this is actually very, very powerful. And when you can ask in any religion, you can ask Christian monks or nuns, you can ask anyone who is deeply moved in his spiritual life, how much love and how much feeling of friendship they have with God, and how much they feel He's present in his life. But it's not something that is easy, because we cannot see Him, but we can feel Him. So that's already very nice.
But since you don't really know yourself, sometimes you mess up as a friend because you're growing, right? So it's very important forgiveness, right?
Yeah.
And acceptance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So basically, Krishna forgives and accepts us just the way we are.
Yeah, exactly.
But something in us drives us to evolve also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. He's forgiving us, but sometimes he also don't make. He also sometimes arrange life that sometimes we have to struggle a little bit so that we can learn our lessons. That's also friendship. That's also friendship.
Thank God. Or thank Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Gaurari Prabhu.
Yep.
Hare Krishna.
Stop here.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's 5:50. Let's thank His Grace Gaurari Prabhu for an amazing seminar on Krishna's childhood pastimes. Janmashtami is coming up, 7th of September. So we hope that we'll see you all on that day. We'll be making an announcement at the end of the program after the Arati. We'll be celebrating the Arati for Shri Shikarnatha Gaurachandra now. So you all can get up. But before that, let's thank His Grace Gaurari Prabhu for the wonderful seminar by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. You all know it has to be loud. Real loud.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Gaurari Prabhu ki
Jai.
I forgot to welcome Mataji, who is also here. Vajayanti. Mala, just Vajayanti. Thank you so much for coming. Hare Krishna. So let's greet the deities. Rajarani will be starting the offering. Prabhu, would you like to lead the Gaur Arati, please?
I can, yeah.
Sorry. So you all can please stand up and please put the cushions at the corner here at the end. Shri Shikarnatha Gaurachandra Bhagwan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Kiva Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Aroti Koshoba Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Vrinda ki Jai Namacharya Srila की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरिवर्धन की जय श्री ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय गंगा माई की यमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महाराज श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to the assembly all glories to the assembly all glories to the assembly all glories to Shri Guru Shri Guru all glories to Shri Guru.
We'll sing Narasimha prayers. Archie will sing. Hare Krishna. Oh, it's too loud. I'm sorry for that. So, today is Sunday feast. I know it's a bit sunny and warm day outside. It's okay. Too small, a little bit louder. Maybe on the screen, please. So, before we begin our vote of thanks for the Sunday feast, let's first see how many of you have come for the first time here. Please raise your hand. Gaur Hari Prabhu and Vajayan Mataji would like to give small gifts from ISKCON Amsterdam. So please raise your hands. If you're from same family, maybe you get different books then. Hare Krishna. Okay, please tell your names as you get your books. Please tell your names. Vikas, Pramod, Tuhir, okay. Who else? Sarvan, Dennis, okay. Isaac, Jacob, okay. Devada, very good. Okay. Abhishek. Somebody is outside. Akshay, okay. Akshay is outside. Akshay will get a book from Naman. Hare Krishna, okay. I didn't see the names from here. Okay. Ashif, okay. Sudeshna. Ahona, okay. Anyone else? Robert, okay. There is one more. There are two more people. Just give Naman in the back. Yes. Jyoti, Hare Krishna. Let's thank all these devotees for coming for the first time to ISKCON Amsterdam with a loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam was given by our very dear His Great Gaur Hari Prabhu, and Mataji is here also. Jayanti Mataji, let's thank them for coming all the way from Golokadham, which is in Germany. They'll be here for a week, I guess, in Nijmegen for a retreat with Sasaki Mataji and the group. So if you want to attend this festival, you can ask somebody in the outside. It's for a week-long retreat which is going on in Nijmegen. So let's thank Gaurari Prabhu and Vajayanti Mataji by Lord chanting Hare Krishna mantra one more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're going to make some really important announcements. So for that, if you could please come ahead, so devotees who are standing outside can get some space. So please come, push in. We're going to celebrate Janmashtami in a few weeks, and of course not here, but in a nearby church. And we'll be having.
I think new members has to come forward, then they can hear you. Otherwise, it's not going.
Okay, great. So please come inside. Let's send everyone inside. So nobody will be there in the hallway. So please come inside. Clear the pathway. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll be celebrating our. Actually, before going to the Janmashtami festival, what I wanted to say is it's going to be much more crowded than this. Right? So you can practice from today how to be tolerant of each other in a very tight space. We'll be having 1,500 to 2,000 people on that day, not here, but in a bigger church, just next maybe 100 meters from here. It's Oraniaker, the address is on the screen. But before that, let's continue with today's vote of thanks. So today's cooking was done by a group of devotees, assisted by myself, and Lakshmi Mataji, Venkatesh Prabhu, Ranjana, Sudhir Prabhu. So let's thank all these devotees. Again, one more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our deity worship team today is being done by Rajarani Mataji. So it's a group of devotees, of course. Murtiyatri Mataji, Ashtasaki Mataji. Who else? Ananta Gauranga Prabhu, Jagadish Prabhu, and that's it? Janakinath Prabhu. Okay, so all these devotees, they combinedly take care of our Karunanita Gaurachandra every day. Of course, we are open for public only on Sundays, but every single day they come and they bake the deities, they offer bhoga to the deities, they take care of the deities very nicely. So, Gaurari Prabhu, you see our temple is improving, right? Yeah, it's mostly because of our deity team. You know, they're taking care of the deities so well that devotees are growing. Please come sit down, come inside. Also recently we have started serving prasadam inside the temple. After Corona we had stalled that for like 3 years, and recently we have been resuming that service. So Jagadish and his team, they serve prasadam every Sunday We'll be starting very soon. But before that, we have a very, very, very important announcement to make. But just to take our mood to straight to Janmashtami, let's have a quick bhajan. Very quick, like 2 minutes. Where is the Wampur? Where is it? Okay. So let's go to Vrindavan straight. Gaurari Prabhu was saying it. We will be very quickly putting our consciousness straight wherever you're sitting. Transport yourself to Vrindavan. Imagine, how many of us have been to Vrindavan by the way? Okay, quite a few of you. If you have not been, just imagine there is a temple there, Radha Govinda Mandir. It's so huge, built on a red marble, that Aurangzeb used to look at from Delhi. He was able to see the temple in Vrindavan, which is like 150 kilometers away. It's that big. Of course, they came and destroyed it later, but still, the first 3 floors are still there. Imagine that you're sitting in the Radha Govinda Mandir, and let's sing, just so that we enter Vrindavan in next 2 minutes. Okay? Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya and we will be celebrating, even though we are sitting in Amsterdam, Vrindavan. We'll be celebrating Krishna's birthday in 2 weeks. So that's September 7th in Oraniakerk. It's a church. How beautiful is that? We're celebrating Krishna's birthday in a church. Just right in the center of Amsterdam. Yeah, it's like 100 meters from here, 200 meters maybe. We celebrated our Kirtan Mela there. Last year also Janmashtami celebrated there. Yeah, support from this owners. They really like us. They support us a lot. So on the day of Janmashtami, we will be having a big program, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And there's going to be a huge, amazing life-size drama. We're going to release a trailer for the drama because our dramas have been so successful and famous. We want to give trailer and teaser so that people get anxious and enthusiastic to come and participate. When are we releasing? Today we are releasing. Amazing! Now? No, later. Okay, sure. So it's going to be a life-size drama, like one hour, something like that.
Yes.
So and also there's going to be Abhishekam to the Krishna deities. We're having huge, amazing marble deities of Radha Krishna. Also metal Radha Krishnas. We'll be having 2 different set of Radha Krishna deities. One for specifically for Abhishek, one for accepting our prayers and flowers. There's going to be amazing food stalls. There's going to be a lot of cultural activities for the kids. So, in making all these things possible, is Vivek there? Somebody call Vivek and ask him to put the slides, next slide. Okay. So, how can we help? How many of us want to be part of Krishna on the day of Krishna's birthday? Yeah? You want to be a part of Krishna's inner circle? Want to do something for Krishna? I don't hear anything. Yes. Still, I don't hear anything. Yes. Still. Yes. So, how can you help? Next slide. Okay, volunteering. We'll be releasing our, I don't know how many of you are there in our volunteering WhatsApp group. We have a dedicated volunteering WhatsApp group. If you're not there as a part of that, please join it today. We are having a QR code outside. So as you leave, please don't forget to join the through the QR code our volunteering WhatsApp group so that you can get to know on a daily basis. I don't know when you should be releasing. Maybe in a day or two you'll be releasing the service list. So you can help with sabzi cutting, or cooking, or cleaning the temple, or arranging, or decorations. You can be a part of drama. You can be a part of video covering for the drama, or you can come and support us in transporting the food, or cleaning the church there, or there are hundreds of services, right? So you can come and participate. That's one way. So some of the things are on the screen. Next slide. Okay, so this is the most important thing which you can do today. Right? So here is we have to be really transparent. This is our because we don't have our own facility where we can host 2,000 people. This temple you can see already 100 people. It's already filled up. We'll be having 2,000 fellow individuals who will be coming and wanting to be a part of Krishna's family that day. So in facilitating that festival, our budget is close to 5,000 euros. And our whole temple runs by volunteer contributions. Yeah. So what we do usually is we fundraise for these festivals through these programs. Yeah. So usually what I do, I call Srini's name first, and Srini tells a number. Right, that he is ready to commit this much for the festival, but Srini has already done it. So I'll call Srini's sister, Kamakshi, and yeah. So thank you for coming, Kamakshi from London. Hare Krishna. Would you like to make a donation for Krishna?
Yeah, of course.
How much?
100.
101. Thank you so much. So we'll start our fundraising today with Kamakshi, Mataji, and Bhavya contributing 101 towards any of the special choosing from here. What do you want? Let's put in miscellaneous then, okay? She doesn't want to choose anything. So we have raised 100. Anyone else want to go next? Yes, Prabhu. That's Pramod Prabhu, right? Yes. 101 for Prashadam. Haribo, let's encourage. Hear loud. Haribo. Yes. Next. Anyone else would like to give any donation towards Krishna's birthday? You want to be a part of Krishna's birthday? Yes, Mataji. 51 for? Which one? Miscellaneous name is that still? What's your name? Shiny. Shiny Mataji ki jai. Haribo! Yes. Anyone else would like to be a part? Yes. 50 euro? Yes. For which one? Decorations. By the way, if you donate more than 51 euros, you'll be part of our Abhishek ceremony. You can come and bathe Krishna's Radha Krishna deity on that day. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. Okay, so we have raised around 250 so far, I think. Yeah, 250. Yes, Hare Krishna. 51. 51 for? For Prashadam. I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Marjana. Thank you so much. Haribo! Anyone else would like to be a part? Let's keep it going.
We have just now.
You just did. How much? 51? Sure, no problem. Please come on Janmashtami. Yeah? Hare Krishna. What's your name? Kunal. Okay. Name? Anshu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. It's part of family, sure. Thank you so much. Yes, anyone else would like to contribute towards the Janmashtami festival? Yes? 21 for Prashad. Thank you. So what's your name, Prabhu? Ashi. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
So can people do that?
They can do online also. We'll be putting on QR code through which you can also transfer. I'll be counting down. If that's okay. If there is nobody else who want to do. So Krishna 10. You have the time till Krishna 0. Okay. Krishna 9. Yes.
I will not disclose, but I will.
Okay. Our
You know my name. Kiran.
Kiran Prabhu doesn't want to disclose. He will do it later. Thank you so much. Yeah, you all can do Gupta, no problem. You can donate in the hundi here or outside. I'll be standing. You can come and you can donate or pen or cash or whatever. Right? Thank you so much.
The number was there.
Oh, he's already there.
The number was there 4750.
Hare Krishna. Krishna 9. No takers yet. Krishna 8. Krishna 7. Krishna 6. Krishna 5. It's going down. Krishna 4. Krishna 3. Krishna 2. Krishna 1. Krishna 0. It's done. Yeah. You can still do. You can come and participate in our festival anyways. This is the way in which many times people think that ISKCON is a government institution and it's all centralized. We get a lot of donation from India. That's not the case. Our temple in Amsterdam, we run it here. Temple rent and finances, the Sunday fees, everything is run by volunteers in this temple. Yeah, even though ISKCON has huge temples in India, we don't get funds from there.
If we have to we want to contribute more also in the coming times, then
Sure.
What exactly is the?
You can talk with me afterwards. Yeah. Sure. Thank you so much.
We can't come here
Yes.
from the other city.
Yes. Sure. Thank you. So we'll end the program today. We'll be serving prasadam. So please, if you could make lines. And as I said, we are starting to serve prasadam in the temple. So for that,